See. Well.
Greetings and salutations.
Yeah,
We are back. I haven't done one of these in a while.
me and Matt and Killer Kyle. Well, we did a Facebook chat last night, so I figured, well, it's another Mukbag. And I did a video myself, the mac and cheese Cheetos.
Flamin' hot Cheetos mac and cheese.
So I thought, well, this is our night to order out. Now look at this. This right here. Garlic knots. You probably got them in your state, country, province, whichever. And this looks like a marinara.
We had actually really good
Oh my god. Yeah.
honey chipotle wings.
Yeah.
And there was an option to get dip with it. And, well, Matt went with 4. Not sure why, but anyways. But check this out. You got the honey garlic, or you got not the cheesy garlic knots in a box, but they come in one of these boat things that you normally, that honestly looks like you'd stick like a hot dog in, or French fries with like a ballpark. And it looks like you got really crunchy cheese. Well, maybe not crunchy, it could be, but definitely lots of cheese on the bottom, for sure. Let's look at a little dippage.
I did go crazy with the dipping sauce. I did. Normally when you buy wings, yes, they're saucy. I didn't know how saucy they were going to be, but Chipotle honey wings are the shit.
And the thing about these wings is, a lot of times people hear Chipotle and they're like, oh, it's going to be too spicy. No. These got a nice flavor to them. And it's not honey in the aspect of like super sweet, because honey is very sweet. But the way they did the sauce for their wings, they managed to not have the flavor of the honey without it being overly sweet, and chipotle flavored without being spicy. These are pretty banging too.
That's the one thing I love more than garlic and anything like that is crunchy cheese.
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with crunchy cheese. Oh yeah. The first one I had, well, I dipped it in the sauce. I believe mine is right. I believe it is a marinara, but couldn't really taste it. And then after meeting, he's like, okay, that's really good. Now with this piece, it's like, oh yeah, that's garlic, all right. Nothing wrong with that, though. And it's like, you get a good garlic flavor, but I don't know necessarily about giving you garlic breath. Maybe, but meh. Who cares?
Okay. I'll save these shits for tomorrow. Well, we will. But if you haven't checked it out, check out the insurrection and resurgence.
Emergence
The emergence
protection video
that we did last night.
and Glory by Honor. Glory by Honor and Emergence. No, sorry. Emergence is tonight, as well as Rampage First Dance. Then tomorrow and Saturday, not tomorrow, Saturday, tomorrow and Sunday is the first night of Glory by Honor and SummerSlam. And then Sunday will be the second night of Glory by Honor and then TakeOver 36. Which is going to be wicked by the looks of things.
There'll be a lot to talk about tonight.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, so there's that. Glory by Honor will be up soon.
Yep.
Well, not too soon, but soon. And then, of course, we're gonna get our pizza on. And then we'll get ready to do this shit. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And I know that, yeah, but, and I think we'll all have time to watch Dynamite and stuff. I don't know if you saw it yet.
One thing I was thinking about is like, well, last Friday, like, okay, you got the debut edition of Rampage and SmackDown. It's like, okay, we didn't really have a whole lot going on last Friday. Would we be able to fit in both, or well, not fit in both, watch one or the other, and then, time went by, and yeah. But we will for sure check out, Dynamite.
And I think that's the thing about making wrestling videos. Is that there always seems to be jam-packed.
Yeah.
Like SummerSlam might fall on All Out, let's say. It's not, but let's say it does.
Yeah.
Right now you've got Glory by Honor twice this weekend, but also you have SummerSlam, which this year will be taking place on Saturday.
Yes.
And then Sunday is TakeOver 36.
Yes.
And I don't know. And Kyle brought it up that, and I can't remember, I think it was last week. SummerSlam, pay-per-views in general in the 90s, in the 80s, and probably, even before then, always took place in the afternoon.
Well, during the 90s,
Yeah.
for a little while, I say early to mid part of the 90s, there were quite a few pay-per-views that would take place in the afternoon. And so let's say your kids went to school, like let's say it was a Saturday afternoon, even during the week, maybe like a Wednesday afternoon, Thursday afternoon, whatever. Kids go to school, but they come home, and just say, kids go to school, they come home, and you can go right to wherever it is and watch Royal Rumble, let's say, off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Or on a weekend, noon, 11 o'clock, noon, 1 o'clock. somewhere in there, in your hometown, wherever it may be,
Yeah.
head over to the Cops Coliseum and watch, whatever was going on. And then it seemed to be the latter part of the 90s, they went into the evening, like did evening shows.
Yeah. And I think that has something to do with the whole Attitude Era stuff.
Yeah.
Because once they started doing raunchy-ish humor and stuff, they thought, why don't we go evenings to appease the older crowd? And I think the problem with that, though, is that they brought their kids anyway. Some of them.
Yeah. And see, I think, like, at that point, WWF during the Attitude Era was like, I think PG-13.
About, yeah.
And so,
or
maybe
TV-14.
TV-14.
They tried to be TV-14 anyways.
Yeah. And so, if you were 14 and over, you could, go to Monday Night Raw, let's say, and watch and whatever. And then it seemed to be they were PG.
Yeah. And that's the thing, I know a lot of parents will bitch and complain, and you're always going to get something. If you go too PG, then you have the older crowd bitching and complaining and moaning, and if you go to like rated R Attitude Era-esque, then you're going to have parents complain. There's no happy medium, and that's why I always said, if Raw's going to go 3 hours, you have the first hour, or at least hour and a half, for children, whatever that is, and then you have the last half hour for adults and older children. But I don't know how that would work.
During the Attitude Era, yes, you could say there were some moments that were, TV-14 to TVA, very adult.
Yeah.
Then, towards the latter part, the end of the Attitude Era, early to mid part of the 2000s, they were PG. And then later into the 2000s, into the 2010s, and then, 2017 till, 2016 till 2019, they were very, what's under PG?
G? Like there's PG-13, and then PG, and then G. And I know WWE wasn't rated G for sure.
Okay, so during the Attitude, during the Attitude, or the latter part of the Attitude Era, and the early part of the 2000s, the WWE was PG.
Yeah.
2016 to 2019 was very PG-13.
Because this is what really bothered me, and I talked about this.
Very, very cared to children.
Yeah. In 2002, when we did a review for SummerSlam, and I said, it would have been cooler to have DX reunite on that night instead of having Triple H turn. But we obviously wouldn't have gotten that match.
Sure.
You go fast forward to 2006, and it's like, it was very cool to see DX minus China or Requiem or Nigel, whatever.
Yeah.
It was cool to see Shawn Michaels and Triple H reunite. But have you ever seen the movie Old Dogs?
I don't think so.
Well, that's what it reminded me of anyway. A bunch of middle-aged guys who try to relive their youth, even though, well, I guess you could say that. I mean, Paul wasn't that old, but still, it was more like it was DX light, in my opinion.
Okay, for one thing,
Mm-hmm.
middle-aged men reliving their youth. Hello, when DX was first around, all those guys were
In their 20s and 30s.
20s and 30s, and they're making freaking they're making adult jokes, but they're also they were acting like kids.
I know, but see, here's the thing, though, Kyle. When you're in your 20s, it's believable, in my opinion. When you're in your late 30s, I don't see myself doing that. I probably could. I still act like I try, anyways. But that's the thing. When you're in your 20s, it seems more believable because you're not at that age where you've matured a lot yet. You're still fairly young. You're not a teenager, yet you're not a full-on adult, in my opinion. Like you're still learning, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But that's only my opinion. So
You are stretching way too far. Buddy.
yeah, you're right.
Way too.
I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm sorry.
Like, the only difference, in my opinion, between DX in the mid 90s and the Attitude Era and DX 06, okay, one, yes, it wasn't 5 guys, it was 2, it was just Triple H and Shawn, and it wasn't no Triple H, Shawn, New Age Outlaws, X-Pac.
Well, it did start off as Triple H and Shawn.
But
yeah,
the humor that they had was very, very adult during the Attitude Era, doing the whole strip poker and shit.
Oh, yeah.
2006, it was still adult, but it was controlled adult.
Yeah, you could say that.
Like, it was adult humor, but it was adult humor and the way that, like, I think everybody would get.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand. I do, and I think that, I mean, I really did enjoy the whole Vince McMahon, Shane, mockery. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, you got Vince and you got Triple H and Shawn, making fun of Vince and Shane, and then you flash back to, oh god, it was 99, I think.
Well, 98 they made fun of
They did the whole Nation
and
thing.
99 they made fun of the corporation.
The corporation, yeah.
And that was pretty funny. Does my ass taste good? And then all that stuff.
You should have smelled what the crock was cooking. Okay.
Yeah. So.
And you talk about guys in their 40s, trying to be funny. I mean, shit. Things you and I come up, yeah, there's, a few years difference
I'm
between
not 40 yet, dude, so.
There's a few years difference between us, but, like, shit, we come up with some really, okay, not necessarily to the level of, like, what they were, but, like, we've come up with some pretty outlandish, over-the-top stuff.
Yeah, oh, fuck yeah. I mean, and I'll say this, too. I think I have a filter now. I know that in my 20s, I didn't necessarily care who I was with, whether they liked the weird, or well, like dirty sense of humor. I did it anyways. As for now, it just seems like I kind of censor myself a little bit. But yeah, that's basically it. That's my humor. I am very much like that still, and that's kind of my alter ego as Mean Matt, and why I've called myself that is because I can allow myself to say things that I probably normally wouldn't say
Mm,
or keep inside.
yeah.
But
And see, that's the one thing that makes, us doing Wheels of Fury so fun. We don't plan this shit out. We go off the cuff. We say what we want. We do what we want to a certain extent. We'll give the finger and, or the double finger. We say fuck and shit, all this other stuff. But
cock and
sometimes,
yeah,
but like that's us ramped up.
oh yeah, for sure. And that's the thing is that it's free, and what's that? This thing with being improvised, because that's what I'll call it.
Oh, yeah.
It's genuine.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not only that, but I'll say something off color to try to make Kyle going, and sometimes it works. He generally knows how to make me get
oh yeah. Like he'll try and get me to break, and it's worked a few times. But I've got him so many times.
yeah,
I mean, you watch a few old videos of ours, and I'll start going off on a rant, and he's doing everything he can not to laugh as I'm going off. Although he's couldn't help but laugh when we were doing that production video for All Out
oh, Jesus.
last year,
Yeah,
and I was gassy.
yeah, you can say that.
Usually we'll burp or whatever. It happens, especially if we're drinking Coke or Pepsi, Coke or whatever.
Coke, Pepsi, beer.
Yeah. But in this instance, I had the other end going, and he's dying laughing.
Yeah.
And
Well, balance that with me being fucking tired.
him being super tired, and my butt going.
Yeah.
He has it like he tries so much to not to laugh when I go off on a rant. I think he's gotten. I think he's gotten more used to me going off on a rant. I don't do it very often, but
Yeah.
I think he's gotten more accustomed to me going off. So when I do, he doesn't laugh or
Yeah.
And if I say something I read him that's funny, he might corpse, if you will, but talk about or having a twisted, dirty sense of humor. Us doing the Facebook Live last night, and that comment, my nephew laughed. Ugh. Of course, he's like 17,
Yeah.
so what can I say? It runs in the family,
Yeah, for sure.
and of course, my dad and his sense of humor. So
Yeah. But tonight is going to be very cool because we will do NXT 26, 36.
36.
Yeah, Jesus. And then SummerSlam.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that. And we will talk to you. Well, actually, I'm not sure when we could do another one of these videos, but I thought
Yeah, like
Mukbags are good.
when I said we haven't done one of these in a while, like we do keep up with. Well, not really keep up. We do a YouTube live, but more often than not, we generally go on Facebook. It's just routine for us, basically. Just go on Facebook, do a Facebook Live.
Yeah.
It's not that we don't think of doing lives on YouTube. It's just
Yeah.
commonality for us just to go on Facebook.
So if you have any idea, if you're watching this, if you have any ideas for videos that Killer Kyle and myself want to do or can do, just type it down and we'll look at it. I mean, we need more ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually have some, but I mean, if you guys, and I know you guys watch my videos,
Yeah.
I don't have 125 subscribers for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
But, anyways, yeah, that's about it. We will talk to you next time.
See ya.